What's up, YouTube? So the wood finally was delivered. I've got one wall built. Just going to do a couple little quick clips during the framing process of a couple little things that's good to know and some things you may already know. Either way, here we go. So when you're building your walls, obviously you want to stay 16 inches on center for your OSB to lay on it. That way every stud, it can fall in the center of a stud instead of having to fall on the edge and then having to rip OSB unnecessarily. And the way you do that, tape on the end. You'll have obviously a stud here for your end. You'll come to see these little boxes. They're all the way down the tape. That's your own center points. You do not want to mark your stud there. So you'll back up 3/4, put you a mark. I'll draw a line. Your stud will fall here, and what that does is you have from 15 1/4 to 16 3/4. If I can make a little mark right there, your stud will sit there. Then you get, obviously the middle of the stud is 16 inches on center. Do the same thing going down, 32, you back up 3/4, 31 1/4, make your mark, draw your line, stud will fall there. Same thing, stud will fall there. Once you get all that done, what I do, flush up the ends of this is your sill plate, treated top plate, flush the ends up, then just basically take you a big speed square, transfer your lines, that way everything's in line together, and then you should be good to go. Okay, so you got your ends flush, put your square, mark it, transfer your mark, kind of look like that, put it down, hold it up tight to both of them, mark it, there you go. Finish that the rest of the way down. Obviously one thing to remember, when you take these boards over to lay them out to place your wall studs, make sure this end are still the same end. If you were to take this one and rotate 180 degrees, your X is obviously be on the wrong side. If you were to somehow still screw it up and nail it up, it's going to be crooked, so just don't do that. Okay, so here's another little trick you can do to help you hold the OSB up. Break you off a few of your nails, shove them in here. Now you can set the OSB here and there and kind of adjust it up and down once it sits on it. About a half day's work, we got one wall done, which is 36 foot long. Bottom row OSB on it. Day 2, half day. So what we have is about 4 days total, and that's to do just basically the framing and the OSB as well as the house wrap. So it was just me and my father-in-law, so we did the best we could. We had good weather, so that helped out a lot, and we had some neighbors come over and we had to set some of the heavier walls up. So here's where we are now. I've got the place house wrapped, got the OSB up on both side walls all the way up to the top. This garage is just over 11 foot tall. If you see at the back as well as the front, the OSB doesn't run all the way to the top, and the reason that is once we set the trusses, the gables on both sides, the OSB will then continue on and tie the gable down to the actual walls. So that's why you see it like that. There is 2 LVLs going across with obviously your jacks and your king. The other thing we did, so when we designed it, the LVLs, I can't remember how tall they are, but we don't have any jack studs on top of it. What I did was, it was about a 1/16 too wide to put 2x4s all the way across going down. So you got your 2 top plates on top, and then the gap that was there, I took my planer and planed down a regular 2x4 down to like, instead of 1.5 inches, it was actually come out to like 1 3/8 inches, 7/16, something like that. It was just shy of being big enough to go in it. And that's what we did all the way across. And unfortunately right now, with the way the construction prices go, or not construction prices, but the time and delivery, we're having a hard time getting trusses. So that's what we're waiting on. It's like 16 weeks out. So it'll be a little bit for the next video, but hopefully we'll get going.